Hey, welcome back guys. My name is Kelsey. I'm Kelsey Yogi here on YouTube and on Instagram. And today we are focusing on the back. We are going to get it strong and lean. So whether you are doing yoga or swimming or lifting weights, you've got to get the back nice and warmed up and strong before you expect it to do a lot of crazy stuff for you, like back bends or lifting very heavy weights up over your body. And that's what we're going to do today. So we have 10 different exercises, 1 minute each, a little rest in between, and we are really going to get very, very strong in all those supportive ways that we need from the back muscles. So let's go ahead and come down onto the back. Oops, down onto the belly, my bad. Come down onto your belly. I will set the timer, and we are going to begin with leg lifts. So ground down through your hips, rest down on your belly and your chest, and let's start with 30 seconds on the right leg. Pressing the hip bones down, just lifting the leg as high as you're able, and we'll switch at 30 seconds, all right? If you're ready, let's begin. Right side. So really focusing on that, bringing the weight into your arms. You could rest them out in front of you or just cross them in front, but try not to bring any of the work into the upper body. You can point the toe or demi-point the toe or flex the foot. Doesn't really matter. Just keep the leg nice and engaged. Point that toe to reach really tall. 2 more seconds and let's switch. All right, left side and left. I like the pointed toe just because it helps me to really lengthen through the leg, get as tall as possible. But sometimes you get that foot cramp, so you gotta flex, stretch it out, do what you gotta do. Got 10 more seconds. We'll have a small rest, and then we're gonna move into the next exercise. 3 seconds, almost there. Last one, and rest. So stay right down here on the belly, because the next exercise will be in the same position, but we're going to reach the arms up and overhead, really stretching from fingertips all the way to toes. Get as tall as you possibly can, and these are Superman. So most people are pretty familiar with these. They're also called locust pose in yoga, Shalabhasana. And it's up to you if you want to touch palms or keep them shoulders width, up to you, but do try to squeeze the legs together. And let's really lengthen as we lift. Here we go, I got the timer set. And let's go. Keep your head nice and neutral so you're not cranking the neck up or tucking the chin. We just want to lengthen through the spine. Every time you lift up, think of getting as long or as tall as possible. Already halfway. Maybe inhaling as you reach up and exhaling on the way down, being sure that you don't hold your breath no matter what. Ten more seconds. And 3, 2, last one. Whew, already getting quite warm, feeling it already. Those Supermans will do that. All right, so for the next one, we are going to come into side plank, but on our forearm. So you'll turn, let's start with the right side. Turn your right forearm in at a little bit of an angle. That way you get proper support. And then you're gonna come to the sides of your feet, prop up. You can stack the feet if you're able. And now what we're gonna do is bring this left arm up and overhead, and then squeeze and squeeze as if you could touch your elbow behind your back, really working those lats. So we'll do 30 seconds on each side. Are you ready? Get yourself stacked up. If you need help, you could bring the top foot down for a little bit of balance. All right, let's go. Keep your chest lifted and open. Maybe even looking up as your elbow comes down towards your ribs. 5 seconds on this side. 3, 2, let's switch. Left hand down, right arm does the work. Now, if you don't feel these right away, I totally get that. So we are engaging the lat muscles, these muscles that wrap underneath the armpit, and they take a little bit of nagging. So keep at it. If you don't feel it this first time, come back again and again. Train those lats. Last 2 and 1. Go ahead and come down. A little rest. I like to call them my lazy lats, just because I have to do exercises like this to get my lats to engage, to turn on. That way they're ready to work for me. So maybe yours are that way too. Just know that the more you show up, the more you work them, the quicker they start to listen. All right, so this next one's a little bit tricky. There will be 2 options. So we're gonna do these froggy swims. As you lay down on your belly, open the legs, and kind of kicking the legs out like a frog. If that's too hard, just open and close with the legs straight. The frog variation is a little bit more challenging. Take some open hips, so it's up to you. Alrighty, timer is set. Get down on your belly. Are you ready? Let's go. So by bending at the knee, I am requiring the legs to lift up a little higher, which the way that that works is those low back muscles have to engage and begin to lift from the hips and from the tops of the legs. But just opening and closing is perfectly fine too. Woo! Already halfway. I am feeling it. My back is getting warm. And in the butt too. Which the butt, the glutes, are the primary muscle that support your low back. So a lot of times they go together when you're doing these kinds of workouts. Last 2, last 1, there's the timer. Oh, getting tough. All right, so for the next one, we're going to do this LSIT series. So come on to your booty, send the legs out in front of you. Now, you can't lift your hips up with just the pressure of your own arms, which requires more work from those lats again. You may have to grab a set of blocks or maybe a couple of books to give yourself that little boost. So pause the video if you need to, grab your blocks. Otherwise, we're gonna move right through this. This is what it's gonna look like. We're gonna push the ground away gently here. Right leg, left leg, both legs and hips. Alrighty? Here we go. This one can be challenging, so stay with it. That's how we'll get strong. Right leg, both legs and hips. Right, left, both hips. There you go. It's like a song. You'll notice that as I do both legs, I have to rock back and then rock forward. If you don't do that little rock, you may not get it. Oops, I forgot both legs that time. Cheater, cheater, pumpkin eater. Both and hips. That's where it's really challenging, isn't it? Over halfway, guys. Hang in there. Work those lats. Work that serratus anterior, that muscle that lifts your booty up. It does get easier. That's part of that showing up again and again. And if these are not the back muscles, almost there, guys, that you're used to working, perfect, all done, all done. Because by switching up the exercises, the movements that you're doing on a regular basis, you're constantly challenging and engaging those muscles in a new way, and that's how you gain strength. So it's good to try new things. It is good. All right, the next thing we're going to do is come down onto our hands, that plank position. So when I'm looking for that plank, we're on our hands like the top of the push-up. Now what we're gonna do is scapular push-ups. So what I want you to do is press the floor away, pull your low belly in, round the upper back as you spread the scapula, and then drop the chest through and retract. Protract, retract. And that's all we're gonna be doing. That protraction, that retraction, keep the belly pulled in, really working those upper back muscles, all right? This one's tough. We're gonna be in a plank the whole time. So if you need to, you could always do this on your forearms, maybe a little bit easier. Or if you're still very new and you're starting to struggle, on your knees, okay? Let's do it. Do what you can. Work your edge. Minute is set, and here we go. Protract and retract. Protract and retract. Belly button is pulling in. So I'm not bending the arms at all. I'm just pushing the floor away and dropping the chest in closer. Make sure that you are pressing down into the base of the thumb and the index finger halfway. Hang in there. This is tough, so are you. And that you are using the heel of your hand and not the pinky side of your hand. You don't want a wrist injury. Been there, done that. Last 15. Woo! Yeah. Getting very tired. Oh gosh, see? Getting tired. The body starts saying, hey, let me take a shortcut. We gotta hold ourselves accountable. There we go, there's that minute. Rest. Calm your breath down. That's a choice. Very good. All right, back onto our belly. Next thing we have is we will call them woodpeckers, just the arm supermans. So we're gonna keep the legs down, and we're just gonna lift the chest and the arms, lifting the arms up overhead, lifting the chest and squeezing the elbows in. Down, up. All right. All right. We can do hard things. The minute is set. We got 4 more. Hang in there, guys. Let's do it. All right. Squeeze at the top, as if you could take your elbows and touch them behind your back. Obviously, we cannot, but that's just the energy. That's the direction that we're going. Pressing into the tops of the toes. Legs are staying glued down. Keep breathing, guys. Every time. Halfway. Just tiny little rest at the bottom. Not even like a full rest. It's like you touch down and you go again. Getting there. We are getting there. Last 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1, and rest. Ah. Whew. We're staying on our belly. I'm just stretching out a little bit. Ooh. I'm getting really warm and sweaty. So if you guys are doing that too, you are not alone. All right, so this one, not too bad at all. But instead of doing just the arms, we're gonna do just the legs. And we're gonna flutter them like we're little fish swimming. All right, timer's ready to go. Let's do it, let's just get this work done. All right, let's go. Lift the legs and flutter them. This one's gonna be tough because we don't drop the legs the whole time. So maybe the very tops of the thighs are touching, but my kneecaps are not. The tops of my feet are not. Now you can rest your chin if you'd like, but by keeping the head slightly lifted, you are engaging the upper back as well. So keep swimming. Harness your inner Dory. Just keep swimming. Like I say, we don't stop when we're tired. What do? We stop when we're done. All right, 20 more seconds. Keep going. Keep breathing. Feeling those hip bones touch down. Hang in there. I know this one's tough. No rest. Last 5 seconds. And 3, and 2. Last one. Yeah. Good. All right. So we've got one a little easier, and then we're going to finish with one really tough. So on to the little bit easier one. These ones are just called cobra curls. At least that's what I'm naming them, and I get to do that. So when we are in cobra in yoga, the hips stay down, And the hands rest here, just outside of the ribs. And we curl up, and we roll down. And that's all we're going to be doing. But I really want you to, at the top of your cobra, think of lifting your chest high, dropping your shoulders low, and squeezing your butt as you pull your legs together and point your toes. Exhale, roll down. And that's what we'll do for the minute. You ready? Me too. All right, timer set, and let's go. Exhaling on the way down, inhaling. All the way to the top, squeeze, exhale, curl down. Maybe think of yourself like a wave or like a flag in the breeze. And while yes, the arms are supporting us, the hands, I really want you to think about engaging those back muscles, engaging the glutes at the top. $15 more seconds. Keep waving. Ooh, I'm feeling it in the lats too. A little bit in the triceps. Last 5. Probably the last one here. Yep, there's the timer. And rest. All right, so we've got one more. And this one is tough. So we are going to press up into our wheel. And once we come into our wheel, we are either going to come back down to the ground or we're going to do wheel push-ups. So I will demonstrate the options. If you know you can't work in wheel yet, and you're just not there for that full Urdhva Dhanurasana, that wheel pose, that typical back bend that you think of. Instead, what I would have you do is lay here in the bridge, shoulder blades underneath, and just work on those hips, lifting them up high and lowering them down. So that's like phase 1. For phase 2, I will have you come into that full wheel, that back bend, and all you're gonna do is come down and back up. Down and back up. Inhaling on the way up, exhaling on the way down. And if you think you're ready for the hardest, phase 3, then what we are going to do is come into that wheel pose and we're going to do push-ups. Thinking as we lower down of dropping the chin or the nose closer to the feet than they were. So here's what that will look like. Here's your back bend, and then lower the chin or the nose, push back up. Open the armpits, open the chest. Find that push-up. All right? So you know where you're working. Maybe you start in one phase, get too tired and move to the little bit of the easier one. Do what you can do. This is your last exercise, so let's bring it. Timer is set. 1 minute. Let's go. Inhaling to the top, exhaling in the work. Make sure at the top of your bridge or your wheel, squeeze those butt muscles. Make them help. Strong legs, strong glutes, strong body, even stronger mind. Hang in there, guys. Keep working. There's the timer. Slowly lower down. 1 vertebrae at a time. Nice job. On your back, you guys, draw your knees in. Give yourself a good squeeze. Whew. Not only is that giving that counter stretch to the low back, but it's also a nice way of saying, hey, body, you're doing good. You tried hard. Thank you so much for showing up for me. So blessed, so lucky am I. All right, let's rock forward and backward. Not only massaging out the low back that we've just worked so hard, but then come all the way up and let's forward fold over our legs. Okay, so flex the toes back towards the face and just gently fold. Doesn't have to be your most beautiful fold ever. We're just stretching out the low back, releasing any tension that you may hold. And there you go. Nice job today, guys. I know a lot of times that side of the body, the back side, we like to neglect it because we're all like looking at the abs and the chest and the arms, but the back's so important. It does so much work for us, so keep it strong, keep it lean. That way it's working its best for you to help avoid any potential injuries. I guess that's it. If you haven't already today, please subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications, that way you know whenever I post, and I'm posting all the time right now, guys. I'm loving getting these videos up for you to help you stay active and getting on your mat, moving and breathing. Maybe like this video, that way you can show up again and again, working those back muscles once a week, at least every other, helping you get stronger in your practice. Share this video on social media, guys. That helps me so much, and I really greatly appreciate it. If this is the video that you love, let me know down in the comments, or if there's something else you'd really like for me to get uploaded, please let me know and I will try to get it on there for you. And that is it. Take care, guys. Have a wonderful day. Namaste. Hey, welcome back. Hey guys, my name is Kelsey. When you are working in yoga, what? My name is Kelsey. Can't say it. Or if really you're just looking to get a stronger, leaner, firmer, more supportive. I don't even. Very good. Very good day. Can somebody please help me spit the words out?